I'm Perry. I'm an open contact specialist, and this is my first deep dive video. I'm feeling called to explain this. I had plans for another one with a dialogue on Maelstrom Air Force Base in 1972, but I'm feeling called to explain this. 10 years ago, I had an experience with Hoffman's molecule, and if you ask other people their experience, they'll probably tell you it put them into a heightened energetic state, and this can expand the human energy field, or the aura. Cats can perceive this, and I'm going to explain how. And I'm going to explain how my cat was confirmation that Bashar's excitement formula actually works. I've followed Bashar for 13 years. I've applied his concepts into my life, integrated them into my life, and I've seen massive growth, and it's been a huge catalyst for change. I haven't been able to apply his number one teaching, which is the excitement formula, because I didn't know how to. I also didn't believe in myself enough. 6 days ago, I started writing into a notebook a ton of different topics that I would like to teach about. This is my number one life passion and purpose, and this is what I'm most excited about. And it snowballed and snowballed and snowballed into this massive river of synchronicity. I've had synchronistic mental downloads, and it's snowballed into something crazy. So I'm going to explain all of this. The physical eyes perceive about 1/1000th of the light spectrum. There's hundreds of millions of different wavelengths. Different colors of the light spectrum are different sizes of waves. The lower you get down the rainbow, the bigger the wavelength. The higher you get up the rainbow, the higher the frequency and the smaller the wavelength. The colors of the rainbow all together create white light. Roy G. Biv is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The physical eyes perceive about 0.0035% of the light spectrum. It's a teeny sliver in the entire thing. Cats perceive a little bit more of this. It's been a bioevolutionary survival tactic. Cats perceive about 0.0038% to 0.004%. This seems like a minuscule increase, but when we're talking about hundreds of millions of wavelengths, this is a massive amount more of information and data that their eyes can perceive. Cats have evolved to visually see with their physical eyes ultraviolet light, which humans can't do. Humans and cats can't see infrared, radio waves, microwaves, or gamma waves. But they can see ultraviolet light, which we can't do. When they look at birds and look like little psychopaths, and you see their jaws twitching and they're making that little chirp noise, it's because on their feathers they've evolved to have a biofluorescent sense or vision. On the bird's feathers, they see ultraviolet light patterns. They also see this in urine trails. When prey or predators urinate, it leaves it's a sign for them that prey or predators have been near, and they see ultraviolet light, so they can literally see urine markings. So the physical eyes dilate when they're taking in more light, and they constrict when they're taking in less light. When you go to the doctor and they shine the light in your eyes, that's what they're doing. They're looking for your eyes to constrict. This is the light spectrum. How does this apply to Christ consciousness and open contact? So 10 years ago, when I was having that experience with Hoffman's molecule, I was outside with nature by the tree line, and there was a stray cat walking down the tree line, just moseying along, very lackadaisical, not a care in the world, smelling the grass, taking its time, enjoying life, enjoying nature. The cat looked very happy. When the cat looked up, we locked eyes, and it went like this. And the cat looked scared, but really it was just freaked out. It was mostly curious. It's like I could tell the cat sensed, oh, I've never seen a human's energy field or their aura look like this before. The cat's like, what the hell's going on? So this is how your cat perceives your energy field on a day-to-day basis. And when you're in a heightened state of spiritual awareness or conscious awareness, your energy field is heightened. Same thing with Hoffman's molecule. I could tell the cat sensed it. I had a second confirmation of this a couple weeks later with another cat. Six days ago, I started writing the notebook. 3 days ago, I started making my third pinned video, The Bridge to Open Contact. And I spent 3 days writing down all these different topics and creating dialogue, working with AI to analyze and organize the data. And I was very excited about it. I've been wanting to do this for 13 years, and I'm finally able to act on it and believe in myself enough to do this. So I've been in a heightened state of energy the entire time. 6 days writing the notebook, 3 days making dialogue and script for the one video, and then I spent 12 and a half hours recording this video. Halfway through making the video, I was tired because I was standing up for 6 hours at this point. So I sat down to take a break, and my cat walked by, and the same thing with the cat from 10 years ago. The cat, my cat was just moseying along in the house, and it froze. So it was the same exact look and experience I had with the cats from 10 years ago. My cat, Stormy, looked scared, but was really just freaked out and mostly curious. She was like, what the hell? I've never seen my dad's energy field or aura look like this before. So imagine this is what I look like to my cat every day. And this is what I looked like when I was in this heightened state of spiritual awareness or conscious awareness, following my excitement in a flow state. This is confirmation that Bashar's excitement formula works. I've also applied and integrated his wisdom and teachings into my life and seen exponential growth. Since I've followed the excitement formula, I've had all these synchronistic mental downloads. Getting into this higher state of spiritual awareness, following your excitement, following the formula, being in a flow state, this is how we tap into that heightened vibrational frequency. This is Christ consciousness. This is how we use this to speed up open contact. So these extraterrestrial advanced civilizations, they're higher vibrational beings. We are just getting out of a precession cycle that's been a fall of consciousness for 13,000 years ago. So we're in a lower vibrational state of consciousness. We are now that we're at the tipping point in 2026. Look up Chris Bledsoe's prophecy, the precession cycle. It's called the Yuga cycle or the breath of consciousness. Now that we're at the tipping point, we're back into the rise of consciousness. So the universe is putting this energy back out into reality. This is just polarity, like a yin and yang symbol. And we can tap into it. I wasn't feeling this because I was ignoring my excitement and not in a heightened energetic state. And since I've tapped into this is how we start to tap into Christ consciousness. And we're basically meeting the universe halfway. We're raising our vibration and tapping into the natural new cycle of higher vibrational frequency and energy that the universe is putting out. And imagine it like this. If the extraterrestrials are a gear has smaller teeth and spinning faster, higher vibrational, and we're a bigger gear that's spinning slower with bigger teeth, and we try to put the gears together, they're going to jam and jar. It's going to be jarring. We wouldn't be able to handle it. That's why the open contact date keeps changing, because the future's not set. And we have to wait until we raise our vibrational frequencies to a certain point. And I'll prove to you that the future's not set, because this is a radical concept, but follow me here, and you have to apply this to positive concepts. But if you chop off your toe and wake up tomorrow, you're going to be in a permanently different timeline. But you have to apply that to positive concepts and actions in your life to change the timeline that you're going to be on in the future. This is how we raise our vibrational frequency and consciousness to usher in and speed up open contact. What else? Yeah, so an atom is 99.9% empty space, but really it's just different wavelengths of the light spectrum that our physical eyes can't perceive. The empty space is actually other dimensions and realities we can't perceive with our physical eyes. I think that covers everything in this video. We're just spitballing. The future videos are probably going to be, not every time, but probably going to be more dialogue and a little bit more organized. But I'm Perry. I'm an open contact specialist, and check back for the next video. Thanks.